Neon's the only place where my talents are actually respected.
Alright, Nix, I've got the data.
So, you made it. Guess Ryujin's security really is slipping.
It is. It's... yeah. It surprises me that someone hasn't already taken them down.
No one will ever take down Ryujin. It's a credit cash for Bayou. If anyone wanted to take down Ryujin, it'd take more money than anyone's willing to pay. Otherwise, Bayou would never allow it. Now, I'll take that program back that I gave you, and let's give the data a look.
All of that money at their disposal and a cutting-edge megacorp like Ryujin can't prevent a hacker from leeching their data. Unbelievable.
Is that a nice setup you have here, Nix?
The program I gave you to run on Ularu's computer basically opens an all-access backdoor for me. I can see everything and anything, so let's take a look. Ularu has some impressive encryption on her files. Not that I can't crack it, of course. Circumventing protections, running decryption. This should just take a moment now. Damn, I'm good. That went faster than I thought. I'm saving several files to a slate for Dalton, including access history and anything related to Project Dominion. Adding in the encryption for him as well, so he's the only one that can view these. And done. You're all set. I've got the new encrypted slate. Let me tell you, it looks like fun times ahead for Ryujin. Technically, I'm not supposed to look, but it's kind of hard to not see what's going on while running all my software.
Don't keep me in suspense. Share that knowledge.
Since you came through on your end, let's just say that slate isn't going to paint the best picture for Ms. Imogene Salzo. But bear in mind, you're dealing with some pretty talented people when it comes to falsifying information.
How can you be sure this information is accurate?
I can be sure because I know my business. But like anything, evidence alone can't tell the full story. The rest is up to you and Dalton to piece together.
But this really doesn't sound like something Imogene would do.
Don't be too sure about that. Imogene was practically raised in the corporate underworld. I'd almost guarantee there's intent behind everything she does. Here's the slate. As usual, always a pleasure doing business with Ryujin.
I need to speak with Imogene. He's probably the best boss I've ever had. Don't want anything to happen to her. I mean, where does my loyalty lie? To Ryujin or to Imogen? I think it's to Imogen.
I've been pondering a career change. This shift doesn't end soon.
Inside.
Stay away from Ebside. The locals there don't exactly appreciate the tourists.
Well, we only went to Ebside because we had business that led us there.
Take
Hey,
it away.
Lane.
Hey there.
What's the latest news, Lane?
I heard congrats are in order for you getting that deal pushed through. Masako's been after a partnership with Quantum for some time now. So you can be sure you're on a short list of favorites.
Oh, thank you. That's good to hear. Alright, well, take care of yourself, Lane.
Imogen and Yuko run a tight ship around here.
Imogen? Imogen. I really must speak with you. Are you alright? Alright then.
Keep out of my way, and I'll keep out of yours.
We have a mission board? Oh. I'm not a senior operative yet? Oh, that's right, they still called me junior operative. Dalton is on this floor, right? Right.
Let's hear your report. Well,
I got the files, but Nix violated the agreement and saw what they contained.
I figured as much. Lucky for us, he doesn't have any motive to use this information against us. Now, let's see what we have here. Was possible. But someone's been accessing Ularu's files remotely. It's quite a complicated trace, too. I'm impressed Nix was able to track all of this. Damn. And there's our culprit. Imogen Salzo, Senior Operations Specialist, and one of the few I had in mind for who could pull this off.
One must be paying her a lot of credits to go against Ryujin like this.
Either that, or she's highly displeased with someone at the company.
Imogen? She doesn't seem the type. But maybe that's her tactic. If she had me thinking that way, perhaps it proves that she's a master manipulator.
Well, before we make any harsh decisions, I'll need to question her myself. I want you to head to her office and escort her here. You have to make sure she doesn't try anything before I have a chance to speak with her.
What if she runs?
If she runs, the guilt will be apparent. And you'll have no choice but to dispose of her. As much as I'd like you to subdue her and bring her in, Imogene would never allow it. She knows what fate lies ahead for those who betray this corporation and get caught.
You don't want to get her yourself?
I just want to avoid a scene. Sending you keeps the rumor mill at bay.
We'll keep a close eye on her then.
Good. When you're dealing with corporate workers, discerning the truth from the lies is the hardest part.
Wow. Well, I feel slightly less bad about going after Imogen now.
Don't cause any trouble.
The arbitrary goal is met. 102k credits. Oh, this is the privy.
I've been waiting here for ages. I hate waiting. It's just more time to doubt myself.
I did put everything back on, right? Yes, I did.
If you happen to see Lyndon on this floor, give a girl a heads up.
Alright.
I heard about your run-in with Tomo. It's too bad he learned the hard way.
It is.
Try not to harass my techs too much. They have work to do. Let me guess. Looking for Imogene? I'm sure you can tell by now. She isn't here, which is a shame since I have several documents I need her to sign off on. She's always been the master of avoiding desk work.
When did you last see Imogen?
She hasn't stepped into the office since the maintenance closure, probably abusing her paid time off again. I know for a fact she doesn't have any external meetings or business trips.
He was just here, but in reference to your early statement, like how you avoided the interview process.
There are work skills and there are life skills. I can't help it if I have both.
Alright, well, I need you to use your resources and tell me where Imogen is.
I'm not even sure that's any business of yours, but I do enjoy keeping close tabs on my counterpart. Dare I ask why you need to know?
I'm not here to gossip, just tell me where Imogen is.
Aren't you the boring one? I have Imogene's last location at Frankie's Grab and Go, which we all know is a front for the Sioka Syndicate. You'll want to get executive sign-off if you plan on chasing after her. I'd say Dalton is your best bet.
Perhaps we need to get Dalton's permission to relieve ourselves as well. Good lord, this corporation keeps you on a short leash.
Frankie's Grab and Go is a front for the Sioka Syndicate?
Is there an echo in the room? Yeah, Frankie's is a front. Crap convenience store on the outside, high-tech hideout on the inside. Of course, the only people that really know that are Ryujin, Bayu, and the Syndicate itself.
Ah. What do you think she's doing in Syndicate territory?
Your guess is as good as mine. and she's up to something. I could tell she was trying to cover her tracks, but this is my job. And there's a reason I'm in charge of the technicians here.
Alright, well, I don't really think I need anyone's sign-off right now.
Yeah, because bosses love it when you go around them. Have fun with that. Word of advice. If you're planning on foregoing authorization and just tiptoeing your way to Imogene, park your friend at the door. Two's a crowd if you're trying to lay low. Good luck finding Imogene. Oh, and if you do catch up with her, be sure to let her know I had everything to do with it.
I'm taking her desktop sphere toy. I have a feeling it's going to be one of my few mementos of her. I suppose I should speak with Dalton.
This intel could blow a whole operation out of the water.
I think I'm going the wrong way. I've gotten turned around. Not sure how I got quite so turned around.
Know how to make a client feel welcome.
No Imogene, I see. Could she really be on to us already?
Yuko said she was last seen at Frankie's Grab and Go.
Of course, Yuko would know. If Imogene's with the Syndicate, I can't just send you after her. You'll need to speak with Benjamin Bayou. We have to make sure he's aware of the situation. If we're lucky, he may even help us get to Imogene.
And why do I need to talk to Bayou first?
Bayou owns the Sioka Syndicate. For you to walk in there without discussing it with him first could be seen as a violation of our business relationship.
Wouldn't them harboring Imogen be a violation of our business relationship then? Fine, I'll make sure he's aware and get his cooperation.
Good.
It's what I do.
Without it, this adds a complexity that we do not have time for. Head over to the trade tower and be discreet. Let Bayou know that you're there on Ryujin's behalf. He may ask for credits, or even a favor. Just give him what he wants.
Sounds lovely. Could we requisition a towel so we can wipe off all the slime after dealing with that repulsive man?
You need to save us both some time and give me a bargaining chip he can't refuse.
You're right. If he asks for anything, tell him I'll guarantee to support his fundraising proposal. You'll know what that means. Just be sure to bring her back here in one piece. If she's truly the mole, she'll have a lot to answer to. If she resists or tries to run, we have no choice but to take it as an admission of guilt. I'm afraid you'll have to dispose of her.
Dispose of her? As a valued member of your corporation, she at least deserves the opportunity to explain herself.
Imogene may be a valued operative here, but that's what makes her equally dangerous. We're lucky enough to have her position now, but should she disappear, we may never have another chance.
Don't tell me a corporation like Ryujin isn't prepared to track a rogue operative throughout the galaxy.
Of course we're prepared, but the expenditure would be great. Our chances of finding her would only decrease with time. So elimination is the most efficient path. It's something I hope our mutual friend here will understand as well.
Elena seems hasty. She may not have acted on her own.
I'm glad you're willing to give Imogene a chance to speak for herself. She deserves that much, at least.
The risk of Imogene continuing to operate as a traitor is too high. If we don't dispose of her now, she could cause a great deal of harm to this company. She knows the consequences of betraying Ryujin, which makes her dangerous. If the situation does take a turn for the worst, I only ask that you perform a thorough search for any evidence she may have in her possession. I trust you won't let your past relationship cloud your judgment.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
All right. Alright, the trade tower. Time for more schmoozing. Sarah?
Back, eh? How's it going?
Why don't you get yourself a tea or something and wait for me? I'll be back.
Take your time.
Right. Thank you, my love. I know you have a very low opinion of this person, and I don't want you throwing insults. Well, I am trying to be diplomatic. Nor do I want you getting upset when I'm, having to kill my former boss.
That too much to ask for?
What?
Quit staring.
Is this the trade tower? I believe so.
Move along.
I'm moving. I'm in my normal outfit. Good.
The music is amazing! Seems like the Crimson Fleet is everywhere these days, spreading like a virus. They like to set up shop
I don't recall sending for anyone. What do you want?
Knowlton Fine sent me. I'd like your permission to enter the Syndicate's hideout.
No. You can always make time when it comes to an old friend. So, what would be the reason? I may consider Ryujin an ally, but Dalton especially knows I don't give anything blindly.
We're after a suspect who's fled to the Syndicate to hide.
As long as it doesn't involve the Syndicate members themselves. I'll tell you what. I'll make sure the Syndicate lets you in hassle-free, provided you do a little something for me.
I'm all ears.
Excellent. One of the Syndicate leaders, Kumio, has a slate with some information on it that's better off in my hands. Agree to bring it to me, and you've got yourself a deal.
That slate will be in your hands in no time.
Ryujin's got themselves a real keeper.
They do.
Check in with Ms. Moore at Frankie's. I'll send word along that you're to be expected, so she shouldn't give you any trouble. Fair warning. The Syndicate should let you search any common areas. But if Kumiho catches you snooping around her own quarters for that slate, I'll just say, be prepared for some hostilities.
Understood. That fellow certainly was a snappy dresser.
Hey there.
I need to find a truly high-end clothier. Frankie's Grab and Go.
Be careful if you run into those people.
So go out, have your fun, live your best life. I'll be here when you're ready. The hotel Boulevard. Sleep with us.
Save it for someone who gives a damn.
Oh, is it an Ebside?
Ebside's a bad place for tourists these days.
Well, I'm not a tourist.
Gotta call someone's power kept going out. Know what it was?
I have some sleep crate units available for rent.
What'll it be? You lost, kiddo?
Here on Ryujin's behalf, I was told I'd be allowed inside.
Oh, so you're the one getting special treatment. Don't look like much to me. I've got one rule for you in there, so it shouldn't be hard to remember. 3rd floor is off limits. They catch you snooping around, and it's open season.
I'll steer clear of the 3rd floor.
That's what I like to hear. For the record, I'm only granting you access because I have to. You'll find that young lady you're looking for holed up in a room almost straight ahead. Just remember to keep your eyes on the prize. The less you consider this an open house, the better.
Understood. Thank you very much. Let me guess. I need to go to the 3rd floor for that slate. No, I can't close the door. Oh well.
I know, but you really need to acclimate yourself soon, or else people are going to think you're a narc.
It means Frankie might need more ammo for the shotgun she keeps behind the counter in case more.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'll need to find another way up there. That lock is too much for me.
The club's still hot by the time I get there later.
Hmm. There doesn't seem to be anything this way.
Sure, shaking down shop on us is all good, but I'm just waiting for them to try and resist.
I'm watching you.
Understandable.
Never met the boss.
A lovely room.
Have a boss?
No funny business.
try anything, you're dead.
I gotta ask for a bigger cut next time.
Alright, let's take some more... What's it called again? Recon Stim. That one's clearly for the inside somewhere then. Probably right there. Well, that's not what I was hoping for. Well, I suppose that's my in if I ever need to sneak into the building itself. Oh, there's someone right there. Why did I agree to this favor? What the? I didn't even get to that floor. I jumped over a railing in an area that I'm allowed to be in. Just on one of those little raptor things up there. And they decided, I guess they just decided that that was too much. Well, in that case, I might as well come up here.
Not even trying.
I suppose I'm not actually sneaking anymore.
You can't run from me!
And to see the consequences of our unplanned crusade against the Syndicate, you'll just have to tune in to the next episode of Starfield Interplanetary Diplomacy, starring yours truly, some guy you've never heard of, as the very unfortunate Mr. Victor Gabriel.